Okay, so I'm here today with Jeff Kiess, and we're going to talk about Toastmasters. And to begin, I'm going to ask him, when did you start Toastmasters?
I started Toastmasters back in March of 2013.
Okay, so you've been in it for 5 years.
I have.
And why did you decide to join?
I had a boss of mine. I was in sales at the time, and my boss just threw it out there. He goes, you know what, Jeff? He goes, maybe it would be good if you went to Toastmasters. Help you think quicker on your feet. Maybe be a little bit more presentable in front of people. And he goes, I think it'd be a good journey for you.
Okay, did you accomplish the goals that you set out for?
I have not accomplished the goals that I have set out for myself, because as I've been in Toastmasters for the last 5 years now, the goals keep accumulating. My first goal was to be able to speak better in front of people and to think faster on my feet. But then that just leads into when you do your speeches, then you always expect more better out of yourself because of the constructive feedback that you get. And then you get, how do I put it? You are offered to be in leadership roles within the club. So that brought on more goals.
So what are some of the other goals that you have for yourself?
As being in Toastmasters now, my other goals are, one of my biggest ones now is I've kind of taken the leadership path, so as to be a better leader.
Okay, and what are some of the objectives you're trying to achieve in leadership?
To try to be able to, it's a tough question, I guess, to be able to lead better, as in making, oh God, how do I say this?
Be a better influencer, be a more effective communicator.
I don't want to be a more effective, I don't want to influence people. I want to let people be able to, allow people to be able to be themselves, to do what they, I guess, to find out the good in people. Okay. And what they would be good at doing, and then offer any help that I could give them.
So facilitate their strengths so they can
Yes.
get into those positions where they would do best. Okay.
Excellent. And to be able to see those strengths.
So identifying those strengths, and how is Toastmasters helping you do that?
Well, I've been in the president of our club 3 times for 3 years, not consecutive.
Okay.
And then also currently I am just left my president role, but I am area director, which I oversee 5 clubs in our area, including our home club.
Okay, and what does it mean to be an area director?
An area director basically means you keep the other clubs in tune to what's going on at Toastmasters International and whatever they have planned, to make sure that the club is growing, the club is doing well. It's just being an effective communicator as well.
Okay. Can you explain what the different levels are? Because that has always confused me as well. There's area, district, division.
Yes.
I don't know exactly how it works.
You have, first of all, your club level. You have your officers. You have president, vice president, or VP, PR, which you are. You have VP of membership. Mm-hmm. You have VP of education. You have a treasurer. You have a secretary, and you have sergeant of arms, which I am currently right now in our club. So then up above and out of the club, you can either be an area director, which you will oversee those clubs in a given area. Okay. After that, next one would be district or division director, which you oversee the area directors, which in our division B, there are 3 areas that our division director has to oversee. And then I know there's more in between, but then if you want it all, you go for district director, which is over every club in Indiana, Kentucky, and a little bit wherever.
Okay. At those higher levels, do you know what it is they do? Do they just remove obstacles, provide resources, help start new clubs? What is their goals?
It's all the above.
All.
Because they're they hear from Toastmasters International. Okay, this is where we're at. This is what we need to do. We're off track here. We're on track here. Club growth. Make sure the members are happy. So it filters down, and by the time it gets down to us in the area level, it just comes from the guy right above us or the lady right above us.
Okay, and how does that help our club, our individual Summit City Toastmasters Club, by having those relationships that are above?
I think it's, as long as you have good leadership above, it works well. If there isn't good leadership above, it's you just exist.
Okay. How does being in Toastmasters help you or have an impact on you professionally and personally?
With me being in sales, it's definitely helped me think. The initial reason why I came is to think better on my feet, to be the vocabulary, to be a little bit more open, to be a little bit more engaging. Personally, it's the same thing as well, and I've taken more of the leadership side of Toastmasters from our personal life and applied it more than I have the speaking. In personal, it's easier, I think, to speak personally on your professional side or on your personal side than it is your professional side. So I've kind of taken the leadership on my personal side.
Okay. What are some lessons you've learned as you've gone through?
You have to be able to absorb constructive criticism. And it's not beat you down criticism. It's open, constructive, what you can work on. But that also is, with the bad comes the good, and you get the good stuff out of it too. That's probably the biggest thing, is to be able to take it on the chin every once in a while. Know that, okay, if I want to be better, this is the way that it's got to be.
Right, absolutely. And we get a lot of really good feedback. But we also have fun.
We do.
Especially people that have built those relationships, like you and Tom. Tom was our featured the last time.
He was.
So
yes, Tom and I can banter back and forth, and it's all in good fun. Yes.
Right. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with those considering joining Toastmasters? Have you been to any other clubs? Have you visited all the other clubs?
I visit 4 clubs. I mean, with ours being the 5th, and each club has a different way, a different style of holding their meetings.
Okay.
And so I think it's, I would say try it out.
Okay.
Try different clubs out. See what best fits you. Clubs meet in the morning. We meet at 7:30 in the morning. Clubs meet for lunch. Clubs meet in the evening.
Okay.
I would say just try them out. See what's a good fit.
Okay. And some we meet for an hour, but some meet for 2 hours.
Some meet, yes.
Okay.
Some meet for an hour and a half or 2 hours. And then there's some clubs that you can't get into because they're closed clubs. They're just within a company.
Right.
The open clubs, have at it.
Okay, great. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing with everyone.
Thank you.
And we welcome you to join us. We meet every Friday at 7:30 here at IPFW in the Kettler Hall building in room G45
Yes.
in the lower level. So come join us.
Come join us.
All right.